everyone, it's Becca. I'm back today with another video. It's a very exciting video in my opinion. It is the review of, or I guess it's my first impressions because I've yet to try this. So first impressions on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero glow kit. So I have been recently in a highlighter craze. And it's all due to this brand and their glow kits. So I had to pick this palette up, and also just a ton of highlighters have been coming out lately. This, the Casey Holmes one, which I really want to get. The Laura Mercier came out with like a cream one, I believe. Becca just came out their Prismatic Amethyst. I will put a card up of that, I believe, up here. And there are a couple more that NARS came out with a palette. Jeffree Star will be coming out with a palette. Like, just, there's so many different brands coming out with highlighters, which I love, but it's also hard because then I have to decide which one I want. Anyway, also, I'm sorry if this is tilted a little bit. I'm still working out with my tripod. I need to call the people today about that. But anyway, this, so as of today, I'm pretty sure this is dropping. This is March, 3rd? So it might be tomorrow, I'm not sure, but it's already in a lot of stores, and how I got it was the 2 days that I was available on the Sephora app. So I did just get it yesterday. So anyway, I'm not wearing any highlighters, so I, quickly want to dive into this. But anyway, I do want to say, so I got this from Sephora, and it did come in this nice little sleeve. I've never seen them really put in anything like this, put anything in something like this, and I have had a ton of Sephora orders. I believe I can only think of one time where something leaked from Sephora, and I've never had anything come damaged. So, I mean, I don't know if this is softer or they just wanted that extra protection. I'm not really sure, but I think that's great. So this is $40, I believe. I will correct myself if it's not. And it has 6 colors. I will show you them right here. Those are the 6 shades, kind of like their Ultimate Glow Kit, except I've been watching reviews on this because I wanted to see if I wanted to get it, and people are saying it's not like the Ultimate Glow Kit because they said that was very dusty and not good. I did not personally get that, but I did swatch them in store and I know what people are talking about. So people are saying that these are more similar to the real formula, so that's great. So you get the 6 shades, but it's still a good formula is what I hear. That you do get less product. Let's see. Oh, this is vegan and cruelty-free, by the way. Sorry, so my card got full, but anyway, the Nicole Guerriero one has 4.5 grams, and this one has a total of 7.4 grams. They're 0.26 each, so you're getting 10 or 0.1 ounces more in this, so quite a bit more. However, I've been using this for quite some time, and I haven't even come close to hitting pan. So, I mean, it's a highlighter. It's still a decent size. But you can even tell from the pan size they look a little smaller. So I definitely do just want to tell you guys that, to be aware. But I still think it's a really great deal. 6 highlighters for 40 bucks. I mean, the Becca Prismatic Amethyst was, or is, $38 for one highlighter. So, just be aware of that, I guess. And I don't know if you can, I don't think you'll be able to tell, but this case has little sparkles. You can see my camera. Yeah, you guys can't see that, but this case, or this packaging, like all the other ones, does have just a fine glitter to it. And I just think that touch and packaging is really, really nice. So anyway, without further ado, let me swatch these, and I will also swatch them on my face. You do get a little plastic thing, which is great. Just another, nice touch that they added. So what everyone's really been loving, first I do want to say, I think these are super unique. I don't have Becca's Pearl, so I don't have a white highlighter. This does, people are saying, have a blue tint, so I will see what I think about that. I don't have anything quite as pink as Kitty Cat. Forever Young and Glow Getter, those are kind of the highlighters that I have. But still, if you love this formula, then that would be great to get highlighters like that. Daydream is quite orange. I think I might need to be able to wear it as a blush topper. And then 143 is pretty bronze for me. So I'll have to, it'll be hard for me to work with that shade. But still, I think there's a shade for everyone from like this to this. I think a good medium skin tone could wear all of these probably besides Forever Lit. Me personally, I think I'll be able to use like Forever Young, Kitty Cat, and Forever Lit, and then I'll have to mix the other 3 with that white shade. which I think is great. Jay Kissa, she did a first impressions on this palette, and she's the only one I heard. She's fair herself, so she kind of, other people that were reviewing it are a lot, or not a lot, but are more tan than her and I. So they were just kind of saying, you know, fair, you might only be able to wear a couple shades, but she gave a great point that you can mix these. You can always mix shades. So for me, I'm going to be mixing Forever Lit with the rest of the shades so I can wear them. And I don't honestly care, like, I'll wear Becca's Champagne Pop. I should preface this, I'm the lightest shade in any range, basically, that I've come across. So I am very pale, and I do have a cool undertone. But I wear Becca's Champagne Pop that is a little too dark on me, but I love it so much that I just make it work. So if that helps. And then for something like Laura Geller's Gilded Honey, I love that shade as well, but I do have to use it with a less dense brush. I normally use Sigma's F35 brush for my highlighter. I love this brush, but it is a dense brush and I'll apply it pretty heavily. So in a shade like that, I do have to use more like a fan brush or a fluffier highlighting brush so it doesn't look too dark, if that makes sense. So anyway, I just love the idea that Jay Kessa was saying that she's going to just mix all of these with Forever Lit to lighten them up. Of course, why not? Like, I don't know if that was their intention, but I think that's amazing to have that mixer shade. And on the opposite side, if you are dark, you can use 143 and mix it any of these shades to make them darker on you. But I think everything besides Forever Lit, dark skin tones will be able to wear. But don't quote me on that because I don't have a dark skin tone. And then the only thing I can see right off the bat is that Daydream does have some fine glitter. Let's see if you'll be able to see that. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there's just very fine glitter in there, as well as a little bit in Kitty Cat. But the rest don't look to have any glitter in them. And I do hear that Daydream is one of the worst formulas in this, even though people are really liking it. It's just not as good as the other ones, and I think it might be because of that glitter. Anyway, enough talking, I just want to swatch these. So I swatched Kitty Cat and Forever Lit right here. Wow, so this Kitty Cat does, or not Kitty Cat, I love that name too, by the way. Oh, and also, you know, if you're a fan of Nicole Guerriero, obviously this would be a palette to get. I don't watch her, you know, I know of her kind of, but, you know, I'm not one of her viewers. Maybe I will now. I want to check out her channel now because I'm really impressed with what she did here with Anastasia. Okay, wow, this Forever Lit, or Forever Young, I'm mixing up all the shades. Sorry, the Forever Young looks actually really pretty. It didn't look quite as unique to my collection in the pan, but in the swatch it's actually really pretty. It's kind of like a pale rose gold, I would say. Okay, now Daydream in 143. And I guess 143 in like beeper, which I don't even know what that is, means love. I love you. And I guess she says it all the time. And I'm not sure about these other names. So anyway, there are the swatches. So very reflective. So far they look very promising, very typical Anastasia formula. They're very smooth and creamy to the touch, which I love. So let me take my glasses off and get a mirror here. I will have to get a small mirror because unfortunately the one thing this doesn't have is a mirror, which I actually don't mind. It's just for this, it would help for this like 1 second of, you know, doing it on camera, but I would never need one necessarily with this, in my opinion. So anyway, I do have a day after this. You know, it's only 10:30 in the morning and I do have to go to class, so I don't want to look too crazy. So let's decide here what I want to put on my face. I would say Forever Young, but I kind of want to try one of the more unique shades. I kind of want to try, I know everyone tries Kitty Cat. I kind of want to try Forever Lit. Okay, maybe I'll do Kitty Cat on my cheekbones and then Forever Lit on my bridge of my nose and hope that doesn't look too crazy. So dipping in to Kitty Cat with my Sigma F35. It's my favorite Sigma brush, by the way. Okay, tapping it off. Wow, that is very highlighted. Okay, I actually think this one has a little bit of glitter, actually. It's not melding into my skin as well as the other glow kits. Yeah, it definitely does have some glitter in there. You will have to be aware about that. That's all the other glow, or most of the other glow kits, I would say, don't. At least my favorite, the Sundae, doesn't. Just very much a shimmer, not any chunky glitter. And this does. You know, it's not too chunky, but I think it is something to point out. It actually looks a lot lighter on my skin than I thought it would, so it's very wearable for me. So I do like that, but just be aware of that. And then I'm just gonna dust off the brush. I know, not the best way to go about it, and I'm gonna take Forever Lit, tap that off, and go down my nose. And wow, that is a super intense highlight. I'm gonna have to blend that out a little bit. And it does have a blue tone to it, so not what I might, I'm gonna try to layer Kitty Cat on top of that, because not what I would normally wear down my nose. I would wear it on my cheekbones, but not on my nose. Okay, that's a little better. And then I've already done my lips, so I won't do my Cupid's bow, but normally I would, I do it before my lips. So I think that one actually kind of has a little fine glitter to it as well, honestly. Like, let me inspect. So in the swatches, they do look like the old Anastasia formula, but on my skin, I do have to say it's slightly different. I like the way it looks, especially like from a distance. It's a very highlighted look, just like the other Anastasia glow kits. But up close, I do have to say that there is a little glitter, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. You know, it's just, and I don't know necessarily if it's the glitter, or what, but it's sitting on top of my skin, and I'm wearing just a normal face of makeup. I'm not trying anything new today, just good because I was thinking about doing that. So I'm wearing my foundation that I always do, but it's just, the thing I love about the Anastasia glow kits is it's such an intense metallic highlight, but it melds, just meshes in with your skin so beautifully, that it just looks, it doesn't look like you put a stripe of highlight, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to really work a lot or at all to make them look good. And this one's definitely, I don't know if it's the shades I tried or what, but, excuse me, my nose is itchy, but, yeah, so, and I haven't really heard anyone give this kind of review. I've heard people say very similar to the original formula, blah, 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 like it, love it, great, buy it, and I do say, if you're a fan of Nicole Guerriero, I'd get it. It's a great deal in my opinion, 40 bucks for 6 unique highlighters, and if you're a highlighter junkie like me, great, get it. But I do have to say that I don't think, at least the 2 that I've worked with, you know, on my hand they all look beautiful and great and like the similar formula, but on my face, I have to say that what I've been saying, it's not exactly the same formula as the original, which that's a little disappointing to me. And I really haven't heard anyone say that, so I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I'm going to have to work with this a little bit. So obviously this is just a first impression, so I'm sorry it's kind of a mixed opinion, but that's just honestly how I feel, and I don't want to recommend anything to you guys that I don't like, or I'm not completely in love with, because I spend my money on this, and you know, I know most other people did as well. I haven't really seen anyone get this for PR, but at the end of the day, I'm a college student, and 40 bucks is a lot of money. So, you know, I want to love it. I want to review it for you guys, and no matter how much it costs, I want to give you my honest, thorough opinion. So basically, my thoughts so far are I'm leaning to it's still worth it in my opinion, but be aware, if you're looking for the same old formula, it's, in my opinion, just in my opinion, you can watch other people and they might have a different opinion, but in my opinion it is slightly a different formula, like I've said a million times. I will update you guys. Maybe I'll do like a follow-up review. If you would like that, please thumbs up this video and leave a comment down below. But I can do that because just myself, I'm gonna still need to play with it to see exactly what I think about it. So anyway, there is my first impressions. I hope this helped you guys, especially for those pale girls out there. So yeah, I think that is it for me. I hope you guys are all doing well, and until next time, bye everyone.